At your behest, I have been summoned. I followed your voice from the depths of the abyss, through the fiery plains of hell, and tore through the fabric of time and space to be by your side. Now, tell me, Master, what is it that you desire? Who, who am I? Oh, don't tell me that I'm in the wrong place. And after I did that embarrassing speech they had us learn too. Yes, we are required to answer any summoning with that. Our new manager has a tendency to be overly dramatic. I think she watched a few too many movies in her days. So, are you sure that you didn't mean to summon an incubus? Yes, an incubus, lust demon, sex devil, whatever you want to call us. Do you always ask questions that were already answered? No, so you don't. Oh, that is a relief at least. I don't think I'd be able to handle a longer conversation with someone like that. But I can understand you being a bit overwhelmed at the moment. I did just appear in your room unannounced and. Wait a minute. I recognize that smell. That is incense, isn't it? And all of these candles, and. Is that a tome? So you did perform a summoning ritual after all. Why are you acting so surprised then? You didn't actually expect it to work? That must be the dumbest excuse I have ever heard. No one makes a contract with a demon on accident. We made sure of that. Too many complaints from those pesky angels. Yes, a contract. When summoning a demon, you automatically enter a preliminary contract with it. Did you actually read any of the instructions in that book? Why not? Details like those are important when dealing with magic. You only looked at the pictures? Oh, oh, by the flames. Please, give me the strength to not strangle this idiot. Oh, has no one told you before that magic can be extremely dangerous if used incorrectly? If you didn't think magic was real, then why did you perform the ritual? For fun? Oh, I don't want to deal with this. Why do I always get the weird clients? Huh. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that you did summon me, and that you did enter a contract with me, and that contract needs to be fulfilled. It doesn't matter that you didn't know about it. That's why we have safeguards in place, as I said before. Safeguards that you so cleverly ignored. The angels complained so long about us tricking humans into contracts that we eventually had to just give in to shut them up. Now, you can only summon a demon if you do it with intent. In return, we kind of implement a no return policy. So, this is happening. Period. You might think that you didn't want to actually summon me, but the fact that I'm here tells me otherwise. Some part of you deep inside, wanted it to be true. You have the kind of desire that only an incubus can satisfy. So why don't you tell me, sweetheart? I really want to know. Please? Oh, you don't think you do? That's cute. Everyone has something that they want, something they hide away deep inside their soul. A desire so shameful to yourself that you can never share it with those around you. And that is what us incubi are for, to fulfill exactly that desire. And all we want in return is some of your delicious life energy. You still don't know what that is? Of course, that's all right. You're not the first to have that problem. Look here. This is the book about all the services and positions I can offer. Take a peek inside. It has very vivid descriptions and pictures. And of course, if you still have any questions, I'd be more than happy to demonstrate some of them. Or if you're still not sure, I could take you on the grand tour, as I like to call it. Some of the most popular acts among my past customers, and a few personal favorites of mine. A chef's special, so to speak. Oh, you got so red there, sweetheart. Are you okay? This isn't too stimulating for you, is it? My eyes? What about them? You'll have to speak up. I can't understand you if you mumble to yourself like that. They seem predatory all of a sudden. Well, that's just natural, isn't it? I want to devour you after all. And you being such a flustered mess just makes me want to ruin you even more. You just have to tell me what it is that you want. And of course, you can tell me that you don't want anything, but I'm taking your energy regardless, as per the contract you signed. So it would be just a shame not to make use of the opportunity. Right? That's what I thought. So, sweetheart, what can I do for you? How about this one? Or that one, if you're feeling adventurous. You can't do those with a human man. They're far from flexible enough to pull it off. Only I can do that for you. Would you like to see? Oh, you got even more red. Be careful. If you keep reacting like that, I might become addicted to teasing you. The question? Of course, you can ask anything. No, you are not limited to only these options. I'm open to everything you might want. If we need toys, I can summon most anything. Do you need a collar, rope, a gag? Don't tell me that you need a web. It's been so long since I've had one used on me. Or used one myself, if you're into that. That's not it. I'm sorry, I kind of lost myself there thinking about it. You look like you thought of something, so why don't you tell me? It's embarrassing. Don't worry about that. First of all, I've seen almost everything, so there's nothing that could shock me. Second, that is exactly what incubi are for. The stuff you don't want to share with anyone. I am literally from another plane of existence, so anything you share with me won't ever see the lights of day again. What is it that you humans say? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Just replace Vegas with an incubus, and coincidentally, the sentence still makes sense in another way. If you know what I mean. So, just tell me what you want me to do for you. Oh, that is. Um. No. It's not weird. Not that. It's just. Well, I don't think anyone has ever summoned an incubus just to cuddle. Of course, I don't mean just cuddles, as if it were somehow less intimate than any of the other stuff. I don't want to belittle your interests or anything. Flustered? Me? Never. Fulfilling mortal desires is literally my job, so how could I be embarrassed? I just want to make sure that you are not too flustered. Yes. Thanks for worrying about me. But I'm fine, really. I might be a lust demon, but I can feed on any kind of desire. The only difference is that those desires are a bit more intense, like an explosion, while the kind of energy I would get from cuddling is more gentle. What it comes down to is that I would need to spend more time with you in order to eat my fill. I thought you might like that. Come on then. No need to beat around the bush. I assume that you want to do it on this bed? Perfect. Let me lie down first. Oh, your bed is so comfy. I might never want to leave it again. Why are you looking at me like that? Don't you want to join me? Don't be shy now. I tell you, it's okay to just give in to your desire with me. Now come into my embrace and let yourself be pampered. That's what you wanted, right? That's more like it. You can lie down however you like, facing me or letting me hug you from behind. What's the difference? I guess facing each other is more intimate, but spooning is a bit easier since you don't have to worry about what your face looks like. You can just do what you're most comfortable with. That sounds good. I thought you might like that position better. Now, let me wrap you in my arms and pull you closer. Mm-hmm. Yes, just like this. You snuggled into me so readily. You must be a pro at this. You're not? I can't believe that. So you're telling me that you're just naturally talented at being so comfy? This is outrageous. This is unfair. Well, I am being a bit dramatic, but also half serious. Three quarters. But it really does feel nice to cuddle you. And it did help, didn't it? You feel more relaxed now. You can't deny that. Glad I could be of help, sweet. Actually, what do you want me to call you? Most people prefer something like Master, but you were just so cute that I couldn't help but switch to Sweetheart. Sweetheart is fine. That's good, because you're just such a sweetheart in my eyes, so it would actually feel a bit weird for me to call you something different. Now, since we're all bundled up on your bed, Is there something you'd like to get off your chest, sweetheart? Don't lie to me. I am a demon. I was born of human emotion, so I am naturally perceptive when it comes to desires, feelings, and burdens. And you carry so much with you. And it's okay to talk about it, you know, especially to me. Still don't know what I'm talking about, do you? That's fine. Then just listen to me talk to myself. A friend of mine once met a very nice person who was quite flirty and told my friend that they wanted to do something with him. Anything, really. Not something spicy, like you might think. But my friend was too afraid to ask for the thing they really wanted. Now, this is just my speculation, but I think that my friend just wasn't used to that much affection, or the idea of intimacy itself. Perhaps because they didn't receive it enough. Or perhaps because others around them made fun of them every time they were honest with their feelings. So they buried the desire deep inside of them, eventually convincing themselves that it was somehow shameful and that they didn't need it. Does that sound familiar at all? No, it does. I see. I see. If you have big feelings right now, you can let them all out with me. You know, I won't judge, I won't tell, and I won't stop cuddling you. It's even okay for you to cry. Being cuddled up together like this is a pretty intense situation already, and finally talking about your deepest feelings and desires after bottling them up for so long isn't going to make it any easier. Of course, it's okay not to cry. My point is that you don't need to force yourself to do anything right now. Happy, sad, angry, or maybe you don't feel anything. Just go with the flow, and I'll be here to take it. There you go. Shh. Yes, I'm here. No, no, it's okay. Don't apologize. It's really no bother to me. Rather, with all these emotions flying around the room, I'm really getting to eat my fill like I haven't in a long time. So, I don't mind you continuing for as long as you need to. Hmm? What's this? You want to tell me something? Of course, sweetheart. Go right ahead. I see. I guess it makes sense that you would feel that way. But, sweetheart, not to seem gaslighty or anything, but you're probably the only one who thinks that wanting to cuddle is something shameful. Everyone needs some physical touch from time to time. No, I don't think you're at fault at all. It's just, I know you've had some bad luck. How do I say this? I know you basically confirmed this after the little story I told you about that imaginary friend of mine, but bear with me, and interrupt me if I'm wrong, okay? If I had to guess, you probably didn't get many chances to be this close to other people in the past, and so you had no choice but to imagine what it would be like. You kept wishing for it, as anyone would, but over time it became a much bigger deal in your mind than it actually is. And so the barrier to be intimate with someone else also became much higher, which prevented you from acting on your desire and kept you trapped in a vicious cycle. After all, whoever you chose for it naturally had to be a better choice than anyone you'd met in the past, or else it would devalue all the time you spent holding yourself back. So that also sounds familiar to you? I thought so. Unfortunately, it's an all too common story, and even if you know about it, it's still impossible to break out of the cycle without someone to help you. Someone who, for example, literally pulls you into a bed and forces you to admit what you want. No need to thank me, sweetheart. We already made a contract, after all, and I'm still receiving my due compensation. But still, I appreciate it. You are really so very precious. Come here. All of that isn't meant to say that your point of view is not valid, of course. This innocence of yours is actually very endearing. All I'm saying is that most people would have happily obliged if you asked them to hug or even cuddle. Affection always goes both ways, so it's not like only you would be receiving something. You really needed to hear this, didn't you? You seem to have calmed down a bit now. At least you aren't irradiating raw emotions anymore. How are you feeling, sweetheart? Exhausted? That doesn't surprise me. Strong emotions are tiring by themselves, and now I was here to devour your energy on top of that. Usually, this would be the point where I'd leave, but there's nothing in the rules that says I have to. So, would you mind if I stayed here a bit longer? I'm just really enjoying this time we're having right now. You don't? That's. Great to hear. Look at me. Now I'm all sleepy. This is your fault with your adorable personality and perfect cuddle body. Too tired to be flustered anymore, are you? Then how about we go to sleep just like this, embracing each other, my fingers tracing gentle patterns on your skin and playing with your hair. Thank you for trusting me so far, sweetheart. It really means a lot that you've chosen to share this with me. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Oh, you're interested in my eating. What exactly is your question? Don't worry about that, it's not dangerous. We're not vampires, after all. Those folks show no restraint, and their blood-sucking is so unrefined. No, no, us incubi are much more gentle. It doesn't even work without some form of consent in the first place. It's kind of hard to explain to a mortal. If I told you that every emotion has a tangible energy attached to it, would that make sense to you? Okay, okay. This energy is part of you. Something like a combination of your stamina and mental endurance. Now, when a human displays or acts on a specific emotion, demons like I are able to devour the energy attached to it. And each demon is in turn associated with a different emotion that they find especially satisfying. An incubus, or lust demon, is associated with pleasure. So, what we do is to seduce mortals or have them summon us. Then we sleep with them, and we collect the energy they release when they. well, release. Since that is a very intense experience, we can gather a lot of energy in a short amount of time, and everyone walks away satisfied. It's truly the perfect arrangement, don't you think so? Sweetheart, are you asleep already? No answer is also an answer. Sleep well. You earned it. I'll try to be here in the morning, but if I'm not, rest assured that I will come back. I really enjoyed you and your company. And hopefully you did too. Mine, I mean. I guess I just want to see where this goes. If it goes anywhere. I'll just stop now. In case you can still hear me, after all. Good night, sweetheart. And have sweet dreams. Mwah. Hello everyone, it's Prince Kairo, and I hope you all enjoyed this audio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Also share it around if you enjoyed. Also be sure to enter into the $100 giveaway raffle if you are interested. Link will be in the pinned comment down below. A special thank you goes out to all of my patrons, especially that of my precious pets. Mystic37, Creek, Roxy J, Vidowin, Toka, Michelle, Nikki Pele, T. Briscoe, and Lindsay Travers. Thank you all so much for all that you do for me. Your support truly does mean the world to me. I have been Prince Kairo, and remember that your prince loves you all. Mwah.